Dr. Amy Freestone, who is also the Temple Ambler Field Station Director. Thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey, not too far, a few hours from here.
Where in Jersey?
In Monmouth County, so kind of central New Jersey on the coast. I grew up on an estuary, so pretty
Cool.
close to the ocean.
Cool. And did you have any games or musical instruments you played as a child?
Oh yeah, I loved music. I played flute and piano, guitar. I still tinker with guitar, so
Cool.
yeah, music is definitely an interest.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I would say mostly kind of contemporary folk music.
Cool. And did you have any nicknames growing up?
None that are noteworthy, I don't think.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have one older sister. Yeah.
And what would she say about you?
I think she would say that I'm a hard worker, and I've always sort of been very driven to kind of go after what I want professionally, and yeah.
And where did you do your undergraduate work?
I did my bachelor's of science at Rutgers University at Cook College.
And did you have any mentors as an undergraduate?
I did. I did. I had a wonderful mentor, Carl Nordstrom. He was a geomorphologist, coastal geomorphologist, and I was doing work on coastal ecology at the time. So we collaborated, and that was a really meaningful mentorship to me, because even though I was an undergraduate at the time, he really treated me like a collaborator. And I think that was really, it has really shaped how I mentor my students now, and just really seeing, in value and all their contributions, and just making them feel part of the team, and feeling like they have valued contributions. I think that's really important. It was important for my professional development, for sure.
Great. And then what about your graduate work?
I did my PhD in ecology at the University of California at Davis. Yeah, which has a very large ecology and program. So it's over 200 students. It's a really, really large program. It's a really strong program in ecology.
Cool. And when did you come to Temple?
I came to Temple in 2009. I graduated with my PhD, and then did a postdoctoral fellowship at the Smithsonian Institution for about 3 years, and then started at Temple in 2009. So I've been here for 11 years.
And what do you like most about your job?
Oh, I actually love student mentorship, as it came up earlier. I think it's really fun to be able to connect with students. I've really enjoyed my mentoring undergraduates, mentoring graduate students through research experiences, kind of sharing with them that sense of discovery and ownership that they can have, the creativity that comes along with research, being able to ask a question that you find fascinating, and sort of working until you get an answer to that question, and then figuring out how you're going to package it and let other people know about what you found out. That's a process that I think is really exciting, and it's fun to walk with students through that, and kind of show them the scientific process, and all the ups and downs of research, and the moments of joy and the moments of frustration, and it's all part of it. But hopefully the balance is more on the joyful side than on the frustration side, and hoping to ignite that spark in them to pursue what they want to do.
And what area of research are you doing now?
I'm an ecologist. I'm a pretty broadly trained ecologist. So most of my primary research is in marine ecosystems, coastal marine ecosystems. I'm interested in biodiversity and how species interact across very large global gradients. So I do a lot of experiments across latitudinal gradients. So that means doing the same experiment in the subarctic versus the tropics, and seeing if I get the same answer, trying to understand how nature kind of works differently in different parts of the world. I will say, in my capacity as the director of the field station at Ambler, we're starting a lot of terrestrial research there. So we're starting a lot of forest science research. And so I've always done a little bit of terrestrial research as well. And so it's fun to sort of flex those muscles and get back onto dry land for a little while with my research. So I kind of toggle between the two at the moment, marine ecology and terrestrial ecology.
Cool. Looking back, what advice would you give yourself as an undergraduate student?
um, to, enjoy the journey. It's, I think the whole process of going through your coursework and figuring out what you want to do and then pursuing that, I would say just, enjoy it. Because I think that is part of your, your path, your professional development, and hopefully the end puts you where you want to be. But to just, work hard and go after what you want to do.
Awesome. Do you have any memorable temple moments that you
Memorable.
would like to share with us?
um, Memorable temple moments. I think, the moments that have meant the most to me in my teaching capacity has been moments when I've been able to really connect with students and offer them something that does ignite that spark. Every undergraduate, you kind of hope for that aha moment at some
Mhm.
point in your undergraduate, that you're saying, yes, I want to do this. This is what resonates with me. This is what feels right. And I've had the privilege of, I think, fostering some of those moments in students,
Cool.
and that feels very fulfilling to facilitate that moment for them. And whether they ultimately pursue that or not, just feeling like they have, at least for a little bit, a sense of direction and a sense of enthusiasm for the path that they're going to pursue. That's
Great.
that's fulfilling.
Thank you. I'm going to shift gears a little bit and talk about your personal life, if you don't mind. Do you have a main fault?
A main fault. I will, yeah, like obsess about things. I think until like I've worked it out in my head, I will keep myself
Mm.
up at night, kind of working through anything that is problematic. I don't know if that's more of a fault for myself, and then I have to sort
Mhm.
of learn how to turn that off. But I think that's something that I certainly struggle with.
What do you appreciate most in your friends?
Oh, just authenticity and just a genuine connection with them. And I've had, friends that I've had for years that have followed very different professional paths than me. And it's always nice to connect with folks that walk very different paths from yourself, and just appreciate that.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Gosh, I don't know. Pass. That's gonna have to be a thinker question for me.
What are you currently reading?
Um, I have two small children, so I don't do a lot of recreational reading. In the middle of this pandemic knows that I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. So honestly, most of what I'm reading right now is picture books and Harry Potter, because it's
I
too
can
much.
relate to that. Yes. Do you have a dream vacation spot or a vacation spot you love to go to?
Oh, yeah, because my research has taken me a lot of different places, I've been able to kind of tack on research, vacation time, short vacation time in
Mhm.
lots of places all over the world. I would say I would love to go to Machu Picchu. I've never been there. I've spent some time in South America, but I think there's certainly more to explore there. I've also would love to go back to New Zealand. There's just some lovely landscapes there. I get the ones the places that appeal to me are really those kind of majestic landscapes that
Mhm.
are just that just are beautiful. Yeah.
Cool. What would be the title of your biography?
These are hard questions. I don't know. Pass. I'm gonna have to think about that one too. Sorry.
What excites you?
um, I love um, as I mentioned before, that this the sense of discovery that my work brings. I mean, professionally, what excites me is being able to pursue a question and figuring out the answer. What excites me on a day-to-day basis is seeing my kids, figure out what they are excited about, and
Mhm.
sort of facilitating those same moments, those same aha moments that I get to facilitate with undergraduates. Being able to facilitate those with young children too, is fun.
Cool. What's your favorite thing to do in Philly?
Oh, hike. Yeah, I mean, so, I wouldn't
Mhm.
have thought necessarily that an urban university would be where I would land. I was brought up hiking and camping, and that's, I think, ultimately why I probably came back to doing ecology for my career. But there's lovely places to hike in Philadelphia, the Wissahickon. We hike there with my family a lot, and there's lots of other little nooks and crannies around that have lovely trails. So anything that gives me a little sense of the outdoors, little sense of nature, helps. Yeah, we like
Cool. All right, we're going to do something called a rapid fire response. I'm going to give you 2 words, and you just state your preference.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Tea or coffee?
Oh, tea.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Dark or milk chocolate?
Oh, dark.
Offense or defense?
Defense.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Bert or Ernie?
Ernie.
That's the best reaction I've gotten to that one yet. Thank you for that. Half full or half empty?
Oh, half full.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
California or New Jersey?
I've lived in both. That's hard. Both. I'm not gonna be a geographic elitist.
Atlantic or Pacific? It's the same sort of problem.
Yeah, both. I love both coasts.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.